A few years ago, I had received news from the doctor that I had a brain tumor. Shortly after that, started developing seizures, and it led me down this crazy path where I decided to walk away from motorcycles. I sold pretty much everything that I had except for my dad's 66 Bonneville and said, you know, I'm done with it. I don't know what my life's going to look like, if I'm going to move forward, if I'm going to live to tomorrow or for 3 years from now. I kind of called it quits. It wasn't until last year when I heard the news from Mike Davis down at Born Free that he was going to be opening up a show just specifically for Triumphs. And I thought, you know, what better opportunity to get my feet wet again than to do a build for Born Free. During my time that I was having the seizures and a rough time, I had a good friend, his name is Mike. He's an old graybeard biker guy that he came over and gave me this picture. And I was like, man, this is amazing. And what it was actually it was a centerfold from an old Easy Riders magazine of David Mann that he had painted a Triumph motorcycle. Never even heard that David Mann had ever done Triumphs or anything, so it began a research process for me. I began to look at different magazines from all different decades to see, you know, exactly what he was doing in his paintings, and I discovered really quickly that he was mostly known for Harley Davidsons, and I'm not a Harley guy. I respect them, I love them, I can appreciate them, but Triumph runs through my blood. So I said, you know what? This painting is awesome. It deserves to be known by the public. I have this opportunity to build a bike, so I decided to build the bike that David Mann had painted in the picture. Through that come the process of, you know, do I have a bike to build? I met a good friend in the military. He had a father who passed away, and his dad had a pretty big collection of Triumph motorcycles, and I helped him sort through and process for the family, and as a gift he had given me a bike of my own to keep from that. The bike is a 1952 Triumph Speed Twin 500cc. It's had a little modifications into the motor. It's been bored out 120 over with BSA pistons. So it's been popped up to about a 549cc, but it was the great platform to build this bike off of. So I began the process of sourcing the super rare little pieces and parts that David Mann had incorporated into this painting. Obviously the painting was something of his creation. It wasn't a real bike that was ever made. However, he gleaned some images from other pictures and photographs that he's seen of motorcycles and incorporated them into one, which makes it difficult to build a bike. When you're building a replica, you want to stick as close as possible, and me, with my OCD, I want to make sure that everything was perfect. So then began the process of finding all those super rare parts. Luckily, I've been able to do that. So this bike behind me is the 1952 Triumph Speed Twin David Mann replica. It's been a labor of love. It's been a great process. The people I've met along the way, the people I've met on social media, the local facilitators that's helped me with powder coating and paint. It's been a great process getting my feet back into the waters of building motorcycles. I've partnered up with a great organization called Forgotten Angels. They are a local organization that reaches out to kids who have aged out of the foster care system. These are kids that reach the age of 18, and sadly they're the product of families who foster only for money. Once these kids reach the age of 18, the state stops providing funds for that family, so the family says, we're no longer receiving money for you, we're sending you away. These kids don't have any resources, they don't have jobs, they don't have life skills, so they provide them with a facility, a 12-acre property, where these kids are able to have their own tiny home, to find a place where they can learn life skills and job placement. If they find a job, they pay rent, they pay utilities. It gets them established in real-life situations. If they're not able to attain a job, maybe they're still working through the process of graduating high school, getting into college, or maybe a GED, they work on the property to provide for their rent. It's an amazing organization that partners with these kids, whether they're homeless or whether they're just in need. Maybe they have some sort of social anxiety or have mental illnesses, but they provide them with things that they can make themselves be forward in life. So I've decided that once The process is over with showing the bike, going through the show circuit, that I'm going to be raffling this bike off. At the raffle, all of the proceeds will be going to Forgotten Angels, so I'm asking for your support. If you would like the opportunity to win this amazing bike, we're going to be selling the tickets, so stay tuned. On Instagram and social media, we'll be posting all of those details for you.